Hello, 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 welcome back my friends to this FC Pripyat series. It is Season 2, Episode 7, with 2 games to go in the league. And we are on the outskirts of a promotion push. It's been a very mixed bag. We've had games that have gone against us that shouldn't have. We've underperformed where we should have been winning games. I'll take you through the schedule in a second, but as it stands at the moment, if we win both of our games, we finish on 60 points. Now, as it stands, the highest that could get us is second. However, let me just give you a recap before we actually get into it. As you know, from the youth intake and mid-season update, this is the first episode back, and what we've done pretty much we've gone from this point here, which is the restart against Kolos Kovalivka, and then we moved onwards, and this has been it so far. But there was a run, the Dnipro game to begin with. I'm not going to generate the match reports, it takes too long, but we missed a penalty. We should not have lost that game. We were by far the better team, and we should have beat them. They got away with murder, basically. Takes us back to 2 apiece in terms of head-to-head. And then we played Rook Viniki, and then look at this. In the 93rd pissing minute, they equalised. We were 2-0 up. And then somehow they remembered how to play football, and it finished 2 each. And then we played at home against a team that got promoted into the league from last year. And again, we just weren't at the races. We had to drag ourselves through at home and drew 1 each. And then, finally we're playing against some of the worst teams in the league, and we're going through, and we're beating them quite comfortably. Quite proud of that one, because Ingilets Petrov have always been a team that have always given us a bit of grief in the past, but again, we've equalled that head-to-head record as well. So, we have 2 games left this season, both at home against arguably very, very poor opposition. Zerka Kropachopolovolov, who actually, you didn't see this, but at some point throughout this season, they actually offered me an interview to become their manager, but this isn't a series where we're going to look to manage elsewhere. We're just going to try and take FC Pripyat as far as possible. And then we're also playing our last game of the season against Bukovnia Chernobyl, who, again, came up last season. So they aren't a very good club by all accounts, no disrespect. They're surviving as it stands, so they're up there. But in terms of the points accumulated, it's chalk and cheese. And the other team that we're playing, Zerka Kropachopolovolov, are even worse. So there is no excuse for this team not to take 6 points, putting us on 60 points and giving us the best chance. So let's assess the next couple of game weeks, because we're going to play both games in this episode. We're going to finish this season in this episode, so make sure you tune in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, because we are going to move into a 3rd season. Obviously, we've got the end of season awards to come as well, but our season could truly be defined by these next couple of games. So, without further ado, here is, in this panel here, the fixtures for today's game week, the 29th game week. Arsenal Kiev are at home against Kolos Kovalivka. Now, I am going to go out on a limb here and say Arsenal Kiev win that match. They're at home. They're a much stronger team. The foregone conclusion would be that. Chernobyl versus Ingilets Petrov is a nothing game. This is the one. Okay, are you listening? This is the one. Chernomorets are at home against Dnipro. 4th are at home against 1st. What we want is Dnipro to go there and smash them to pieces. Okay, I'm talking 4-0 and more, right? Because then, if we can win our game, we leapfrog them. And if Arsenal Kiev win their game, fine, they'll go on to 59 points as well. But we'd get to 57, and we'd be into 4th position. Okay, so let's just take that as a scenario right now. And then Hernich are playing Rook Viniki. Now, they perform well against us. I'd like to think we're on the same level as Hernik. I'd say they're probably a little bit better than us. So to be honest, I'm probably going to say the result goes to them. So as it would stand, if all goes according to my predictions, Dnipro would have 64 points, Hernik would have 62, Arsenal Kiev would have 59, we would have 57 and jump to 4th, and Chernobyl would have 56 and go to 5th, okay? Then the final game of the season, look at this for a fixture, okay? We'll quickly cover off. Cherashnia Academy are playing against Hernik. Hernik expected to win that, okay? Which would put them onto 65 points, right? But then Dnipro play Arsenal Kiev, and if Dnipro can beat Arsenal Kiev would stay on 59 points, right? Are you with me so far? Whilst we would be on 57. We play at home against Bukovnia Chernobyl. If we win that, we go on to 60 points, and we finish in the freaking playoff places. Okay, Chernobyl are away against Rukviniki, so at that point it wouldn't matter because it would be in our own hands anyway. Okay, are you all with me? It is logically sound to think that we are going to finish in 3rd place. Okay, but obviously there's a bit to it. We need to get through these games. Okay, we need to get through these games and win both of them. If we drop points at any one point now, for me, it's all over, right? We can kiss the season goodbye. We'll look to finish in 5th, and then we'll have to start looking to rebuild for next season. But there is absolutely no reason why we should not be at least challenging at this point. A lot of my players are not great. They've been picking up injuries here, there, and everywhere, which is why we've been struggling so much. But that is no excuse. I've changed formation, as you can see, because I was getting absolutely sick to death of high-scoring games whereby we were dropping points left, right, and centre. So this one's a bit more conserved. It focuses a lot more on slower build-up possession play. Okay, high pressing engagement. We still play it from the back. So yeah, this is hopefully the one. Okay, if we don't win this game, it's going to be a very depressing last game of the season, right? We need to keep such a close eye on how everyone else is doing that it's like them all. It's like you know the Sunday Showdown episodes that Sky would used to do, whereby you know 4 teams can still get relegated. It's doing a play-by-play of where people stand at the moment. So we've got the live league table here. First open quick chance as they're going to break. No, we're not. We're going to tackle. Danielson plays the ball inside. Finish that, darling! Oh, my God. We can't just... It's a good thing. It's a good thing, because if we go up... If we go into the lead too early on, then we make a monkey for our own back. So, as it stands, let's pause a second. Kolos Kovalivka, it's even better at the moment, okay, are beating Arsenal Kiev away from home. Okay? Chernobyl are drawing, so they go into that 3rd place at the moment against Dnipro. Right, ball comes up. Fativ just gives the ball away for fun. Chance for them, going nowhere. Right, pointless. It's still as it is. Everything is still the same as it is at the moment. I'm staring at everything intently. I'm trying to focus on the game itself. I'm trying to focus on the league standings. I know I probably shouldn't do that, but it's just far too on a knife edge for me not to be paying attention to that. Plus, it builds to the suspense and everything else as well. We are not doing well in this game though at the moment. I was hoping for a goal just to kind of take the pressure off a little bit. They're not a good team, for God's sake. Right, play it from the back like we agreed. Berezovsky, slow, plays to Bosniak, plays it into Bielitsa, dribbles the ball forward 20 yards, plays it to Avagaman. Avagaman loses the ball because he's awful, right? You know, we get the ball back. Bielitsa, Rudinitsky on the right-hand side, who's re-signed, he's second into the club. Danlin, he's going to have a shot. It comes to nothing. Once again, it comes to absolutely nothing. And it's half-time. Half-time, and I'm not happy. I am not happy. So, Askinov stressed. You should be stressed, mate, because you're working at a 6.4. Now, here's the crunch, right? He has had no shots. His passing's not been great. It's been okay. No tackling, no crosses. He's not contributing anything at all, right? In such a crunch game, we should be performing better. Do I bring on Martinyuk? The lad who carried us for so long, he's still got a good record for us in the league. I don't know. I don't actually know. Somewhat. We're doing it. In times of pressure, in times of trouble, Mother Mary sings their words of wisdom. We need now. Oh, I just don't know anymore. I don't know. I think Danlin's going to come on for Danielson. Danielson's going to come on for Novikov. And we're going to make him into a ball-winning midfielder instead, who defends. Go from there. Okay. We're going to go to attacking as well, because we are in all the possession. Martinyuk's taking corners, apparently. Ball comes out. It's going to fall to them for a chance. This is pathetic. This is absolutely awful, boys. Whipping that ball back. Well done, Sukkar. Like a young Bobby Moore. Runitsky down the side. Plays it back. Fatif plays the ball over the top. Falls to Martinyuk. You've got to put them away. You've got to put them away. You've got to put them away. I haven't even caught up with the results. I reckon stuff's happened. Martinyuk, we don't care. We just need to score first. Then we'll assess everything else. Danlin! Danlin! Get here, Danlin! It's first ever goal for the club. Right, pause. Right, what's going on elsewhere? Carlos Cavalli are still winning against Arsenal Kiev. Chernobyl and Dnipro are drawing at the moment, but as it stands, we're in third place, which means going into the final game of the season, it's in our hands, so we can still go up this season. At this stage, I'm going to say attacking for now, because that's how we're controlling all the possession at the moment. They don't seem like they're going to get back into this game. Touch wood. I'm touching a lot of wood. I'm touching a lot of wood. Right, he's offside. Okay. Right, I don't care about their stats. What would I care about their stats for? Use your head. Use your noggin. Right. Kotlia is coming on for Rudnitsky. Okay. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Dnipro scored! Dnipro scored an own goal from a Chernobyl player. Means that Dnipro now... Arsenal Kiev have scored as well, though, so now we're back into fourth. Oh my God, this final game of the season is going to be insane. We just need to make sure that we're winning here. We need to make sure that we're winning. Also, if Arsenal Kiev score, that's going to ruin us. Okay, nothing stupid here. Nothing stupid. We are so guilty of always conceding late goals, but he's going to fall to us anyway. Martinyuk! Oh, God. You know what? Form goes out the window in everything in these kind of situations, doesn't it? There's nothing to suggest that... You've got to have such strong mentality, and this can always be a bit of a problem. But it's 3 seconds away. Referee needs to blow his whistle, which he has done. We are still in with the shout of going up this season. Well done, boys. All right, let's have a quick look at the final league table, just in case I have missed anything. Going into the final game of the season, we are outside the promotion places. Goal difference isn't going to help us. We need Arsenal Kiev to fall. Now, if you remember, in the scenario that I pitched before the start of the episode, or rather at the start of the episode, I said Arsenal Kiev would win that game. Okay, so let's just quickly go and look at the fixtures again. The last game of the season pits Arsenal Kiev away to Dnipro. If Dnipro can beat them, which they should do, they better not, because Dnipro are guaranteed in the playoffs, but not to be champions, and that's really important, because then that means that they've still got something to play for. And then we're at home to Bukovnia Chernobyl. So we're going to pause it there. I'm going to sim through this week. We're going to rejoin us at the start of the last game of the season, where we will meet our destiny. Join us there. Do not miss this. Welcome back. That was longer than a week. We was going from the 23rd, I think it was, to the 6th. What's that? That's basically 2 weeks, isn't it? Why they would leave a 2-week gap before the most tense game of the entire season, how it all comes down to this, is beyond me. But nevertheless, we're here now. As you can see, Dnipro and Arsenal Kiev is the pick. It's the top clash. We need it to go to the home side. We're struggling a little bit with injuries as well. But let's just get this team. Let's just get this game over with, because I can't take this anymore. I really can't. Right, Danilo needs to play further forward. We play better when that happens. Beletsa's gonna change there. In fact, do you know what? I think Danielson needs to come there, doesn't he? And then Danielson can swap. We'll play like that, I think. Ball winning midfielder. This is probably going to be Bosniak's last game for the club, as you can see here. He's retiring. Sentimentality needs to come out of it though, because at the end of the last season, the end of the first season, it was dead rubber. So we could give debuts to players and everything. We're not in such a good position to do that. I mean, look at the sharpness. Oh, it's filling me full of dread. It really is. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. I like you too much. Renisi's got a slight concern as well. Do you know what? He wants a chance in the first team. Look where you are. You're in the first team, you bumder. Right. He wants to leave to play in a better division. Well, Berezovsky, you pull your finger out today, son. We will be in that top division. So, there's nothing else for it. There's absolutely nothing else for it. Aksionov, right? You've had a much poorer season this season. You need to make it up to us now, okay? Bukovina Chernobyl are not overly a difficult team to be beating, okay? They have not got... Okay, do they not realise just how much of a big game this is? I mean, it's not technically in our hands, but, you know, we need to give ourselves the best chance possible. Come on, boys. And you know what? Just for this game only, we're going to have extended highlights. Okay? I don't know what kind of difference that makes, whether this shows more or... I thought it was in. I don't know whether it shows more, but we need to keep an eye on this game, Dnipro, Arsenal, Kiev, and obviously our own. Those are the only two results that really matter. Dnipro have scored! Dnipro have scored! As it stands, we are in the playoffs. Beletsa plays the ball across. Ball comes out. Berezovsky, he's lost the ball. I don't believe it. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back. Yes. Runitsky plays it down. Plays it inside. Beletsa, don't shoot from there. Ref, penalty. Even though it's outside the box. Right, this is it now. Danlin. Oh, come on. Come on. We're in the third. We're in third. The playoff spot. No. I don't know why I've put extended highlights on. Why am I trying to, like, further... Like, I suppose it's for you people, so you better appreciate it. Danlin plays it across. Novikov plays the ball inside, goes nowhere. Sukar plays it back to Novikov, who whips the ball into absolutely no one. He gets deflected. He goes back out for a throw-in. We've had 7 shots, not one have been on target. They've just had their first shot. Okay, it's been off target as well. Dnipro are still winning, but if Arsenal Kiev draw at the moment, then we are not in the playoff place. Obviously, if we get into the playoffs, it means another episode before we do the end of season awards, because that could change the complete complexity of who gets an award or who doesn't. But at the moment, oh no, why are you giving them a chance out of nothing? Why are you giving them a chance out of nothing? That's silly. Don't do that. All right, Beletsa plays the ball out. He's run the full length of the pitch himself. We got a corner out of it. Okay, it's good. I've just seen in the top left-hand corner that Dnipro are now winning 2-0. Sukar plays it up. Novikov, another chance to whip the ball in. Sukar playing around the right-hand side. Novikov, he's just had his pocket picked for no reason. Oh, I might go back to key highlights. I think extended highlights just means that the highlight that would have been a key highlight anyway is just a little bit longer. It's gone in. Aksionov has scored. That's number 10. For the season, as it's just said in the commentary. We are now 3 points ahead of Arsenal Kiev. It's looking good. Oh, but our left back's picked up a knock. The guy who's retiring, Bosniak. I think that's the first time I've ever pronounced his name correctly as well. Right. Do not get complacent out there. I don't care if you're stressed, right? Do not get complacent out there, right? Because if one goal goes in, we could just throw the entire thing away. Bosniak, you have to just stay out there, mate. You're going to have to stay out there and just forget. Push yourself past the pain barrier. It doesn't matter. Who's underperforming? Rudnitsky's underperforming, which means I can bring on... I'm going to bring on Borovsky. Because he's one of our hot prospects, and he's really coming on. So yeah, I'm sure he'll do a fine job for us. That's it for now. I'm not changing things too much because I'm winning, right? Why would you change something drastically if you're already winning? It means that whatever it is working. So it's still 2-0 to I just missed that. I did just see their name, but I missed the score. Beletsa plays inside to Fativ. Fativ plays it back to Beletsa. Beletsa runs forward, plays it Axionov, splits it wide. Ball comes back across, ball over the top. Oh, that's going nowhere. Right, Hernik. Hernik are drawing against Shakhtar Academy, who were last and are now 15th. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. The only thing that matters here is that Arsenal Kiev do not come back into the game against Dnipro. But we're 2/3 of the way through, and things are looking so promising for us. Novikov plays the ball across. Penalty! It's a penalty! Penalties, but for some reason he still takes them anyway. I kind of let them just get on with it themselves. Oh, and this time he's put it away. The guy's got balls of steel. Oh, what cojones. We are 2-0 up. Hernik are now winning 3-1, just out of nowhere. Dnipro still comprehensively winning their match. It's looking good. It's looking really good. Sean and Moretz aren't even a threat because they're losing 3-0 to Ruk Viniki as well. As you can see down here. Is that our player, Bondarenko? No, it's not. Why am I doing that right now? Okay, 2 minutes to go. That's it. I think this is it. I think we have guaranteed ourselves the playoff place. I don't even know how it works because we've never been in this situation before. I don't know who we have to play, whether it's the team in our league or whether we play the team from the Premier League. I don't know. I haven't got any of that information to hand. I've never seen it. I didn't look into it in any kind of in-depth. I didn't look into it in-depth at all in the first season because we were nowhere near. The ice cream vans are ringing their bells outside to celebrate what is the greatest of upsets in terms of the league as a whole. We have finished 3rd. Now, I'll be honest with you. There was a good portion of the season where we were dropping off and losing to teams that we really should have been losing to. But it seems like other teams have as well. And now, teams around us now, we finished 3rd. We finished 3rd in the league. So, I need to understand how this works or who we're going to play against. Dnipro win the Persian League. I don't care. Well done, boys. You deserve it. We secure a playoff spot. Bosniak's injured for a couple of days. So how does this work? How does you got to tell me how this works? So okay, here we go. Pripyat draw Karpaty. So we are playing the team that's above us. No, sorry, not the team that's above us. We are playing the team that's in the playoffs. Hang on a minute. Avangard Kramatorsk, right? When we last checked in on them, they hadn't won a game all season, right? And now they managed to they managed to put a string of results together and finish in 11th. Now, let's just take a look at this for a second, right? I have got absolutely no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Chernobyl are going to beat Avangard Kramatorsk, right? That's a given. There are 12 points difference between Avangard Kramatorsk and Karpaty. Now, we did beat Volin in the cup, but the cup competition can be misleading because they can play a second string squad. I don't know the team not well enough to know if they did that or not. But there is a gulf of a difference here. So it's going to be a really tough game. But then again, we are going to get bums on seats, which means we are going to get more money in as well. I think we're going to leave it there for the time being. Listen, thank you so much for being a part of what was probably the most dramatic episode I've filmed to date. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. The next episode we're going to be playing the playoffs. I don't know whether it's 2 legs, 1 leg. It's 2 legs, okay? So a week apart. We've got the first leg at home. We need a good result there to give us any chance in the away leg. We're going to leave it there, but until next time, my friends,